Yo, Giants Nation, buckle up, because we're diving into some massive New York Giants news that's going to hit you right in the feels. It's a bittersweet day for Big Blue. As one of our own, a true warrior of the trenches has just hung up his cleats. That's right, veteran offensive lineman Justin Pugh officially announced his retirement from the NFL, and he's doing it the only way he knows how, as a New York Giant. Can you feel the pride? Can you feel the legacy? Let's break this down. Celebrate Pugh's incredible journey, and talk about what this means for our Giants moving forward. Grab your blue and red, hit that like button, and let's get into it. What's up, Giants fans? It's your boy, your name or channel name, back with another electrifying update for all things New York Giants. If you're as passionate about Big Blue as I am, you know this team is more than just football. It's family, it's grit, it's New York pride. Today, we're talking about a guy who embodied all of that. Justin Pugh, the 2013 first-round pick, who gave us 11 years of heart, hustle, and unforgettable moments. From his iconic straight-off-the-couch Sunday Night Football intro to anchoring our offensive line through some wild seasons, Pugh's story is one for the ages. So, let's unpack his career, relive the highlights, and send him off with the respect he deserves. You ready? Let's do this. First off, let's set the stage. On July 25th, 2025, Justin Pugh stepped up to the podium at Giants training camp in East Rutherford, surrounded by his wife Angela, his 18-month-old daughter Joie, his mom, and his brothers. The scene was emotional, raw, and real. Not many players had to go out on their terms. Pugh said, his voice thick with pride and gratitude. After 11 years in the NFL, I am officially retiring from the league. Can we just take a moment to appreciate that? The man signed a one-day contract with the Giants to retire as one of us, a true Giant for life. That's loyalty. That's love for the game. What's your favorite Pugh moment? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear how this guy touched your Giants fandom. Let's rewind to where it all began. Back in 2013, the New York Giants made Justin Pugh the 19th overall pick out of Syracuse, a kid from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, with a chip on his shoulder and a heart full of dreams. At Syracuse, Pugh was a stud, earning all Big East honors 3 years straight. Second team as a sophomore, first team as a junior and senior. This wasn't just some random draft pick. Pugh was the highest Syracuse player selected since Dwight Freeney in 2002, and the highest offensive lineman from the Orange since 1954. The Giants saw something special in him, and boy, did he deliver. Pugh hit the ground running, starting all 16 games his rookie year at right tackle. Now, let's be real, those early games weren't perfect. He gave up 43 hurries, 5 sacks, and 3 hits in 644 pass block snaps. But the second half of that season, Pugh turned it up, showing the grit and growth that earned him a spot on the PFWA All-Rookie team. That's the kind of player he was, always learning, always improving. By 2015, he'd moved to left guard, and under Ben McAdoo's offense, he was a beast, ranking as the 9th best offensive guard in the NFL with an 86.7 grade from Pro Football Focus. Giants fans, you remember those days. Pugh holding it down, protecting Eli Manning and giving us hope. What do you think made Pugh such a standout? Let's talk about it in the comments. Now, let's get into the journey. Pugh spent his first 5 years with the Giants, starting 63 games and playing every position on the line except center. Versatility? That was Pugh's middle name. Whether it was right tackle, left guard, or stepping up in a pinch, he was a guy you could count on. But injuries started to creep in. In 2016, he missed 5 games with concussion and other issues. In 2017, he played just 8 games. Still, his leadership and heart never wavered. When free agency hit in 2018, Pugh signed a 5-year, $45 million deal with the Arizona Cardinals. Giants Nation, I know that stung, seeing one of our own in another jersey. But Pugh kept balling out, starting 56 games in Arizona over 5 seasons, even battling through a torn ACL in 2022. Then came 2023, and oh man, this is where the story gets epic. The Giant offensive line was a mess. Daniel Jones was getting sacked left and right, and injuries were piling up. Enter Justin Pugh, straight off the couch, signing to practice squad and stepping into the fire just 12 days later. On October 15, 2023, in a primetime showdown against the Buffalo Bills, Pugh introduced himself to the world with the most legendary Sunday Night Football line ever. Justin Pugh, straight off the couch. Giants Nation, I know you were screaming at your TVs. That moment went viral, and Pugh backed it up, starting 12 games that season, including a stint at left tackle, a position he hadn't played since 2015. He was 33, coming off a major knee injury, and still out there fighting for Big Blue. That's the kind of heart that defines a Giant. But let's keep it real. Pugh's 2023 season wasn't all highlight reels. Pro Football Focus wasn't kind, giving him grades below 50.0 in 5 of his 9 games at left guard. Some said he wasn't the same player after that ACL tear, and at 290 pounds, lighter than his usual playing weight, he struggled at times. Still, his leadership was undeniable. He brought the offensive line together, mentored the young guys, and gave everything he had. Pugh himself said it best, "I never dreamed of being an offensive lineman, but it was my calling. I was built to work alongside other guys, part of a 5-man unit that had to work as one." That's the soul of a Giant right there. What do you think? Did Pugh's leadership outweigh his on-field struggles in 2023? Hit the comments and let's debate. So what's next for Pugh? He's not leaving football behind completely. He's already dipping his toes into the media world, hosting the Net Worth podcast and doing YouTube videos, including some awesome Thursday Night Football content last season. He's also been a voice on SiriusXM NFL radio, and you know he's going to keep dropping knowledge and that classic Pugh humor. Giants fans, do you think Pugh's got what it takes to be the next big NFL media star? Let me know in the comments. I'm pumped to see where he goes. As for the Giants, this retirement closes a chapter, but opens up new questions. The offensive line has been a sore spot for years, and losing a veteran like Pugh, even if his play wasn't elite in 2023, means we're losing experience and leadership. The Giants are in training camp now, with guys like Andrew Thomas, John Michael Schmitz, and new additions fighting to solidify the line. Pugh himself had some advice before he retired, saying the Giants should go all in on the defensive line, pairing a star edge rusher with Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau. Smart man. Games are won in the trenches, and Pugh knows that better than anyone. What do you think the Giants need to do to fix that O-line in 2025? Drop your thoughts below. All right, Giants Nation, it's time to send Justin Pugh off the right way. This man gave us 6 years of his career, 75 games, and a legacy that'll live on in Giants lore. From his rookie hustle to his 2023 comeback, Pugh showed us what it means to bleed blue